The gavel hits. The courtroom falls silent. All eyes turn toward the smallest person in the room, an 8-year-old boy standing beside the defense table, clutching a stack of papers nearly his size. The judge narrows his eyes. "Young man, this isn't a game." But Elijah doesn't blink. "Your Honor," he says softly, "I just want to explain why my mother isn't guilty." A murmur ripples through the courtroom. Lawyers exchange glances. Reporters lean forward. The moment feels absurd, and yet, no one can look away. Days earlier, a small apartment in Atlanta. Rain taps the window as Elijah sits cross-legged on the floor, surrounded by law books. His father, once a paralegal, died years ago, but his old textbooks remain. Monica, his mother, rushes in late from work. Elijah, bedtime. He smiles up at her. "Mom, do you know what burden of proof means?" She laughs tiredly. "I'm still trying to figure out the burden of bills, baby." But her laugh fades when she sees the letter in her hand, notice of court appearance. Her former employer accused her of theft, a misunderstanding, but one that could ruin her. Elijah watches her cry quietly that night, and something inside him decides he will help. A week later, Monica's case begins. Elijah sits in the back of the courtroom, eyes wide. Lawyers speak in a language most adults barely follow, but somehow he understands. He scribbles notes in a tiny notebook. No evidence, only accusation, missing witness. When recess is called, he slips up to his mother's lawyer. "Sir, you didn't ask about the security footage." The lawyer frowns. "Kid, this isn't TV. Go back to school." Elijah lowers his head, but he doesn't stop listening. That night, he stays up rewatching online court videos, memorizing phrases, practicing them under his breath. His mother finds him asleep at the table, papers scattered around him like a young scholar. Day 3. The trial is collapsing. Monica's lawyer makes a mistake. He forgets to submit a key document. The judge sighs. The defense smirks. Elijah stands up suddenly. "Your Honor, may I say something?" Gasps fill the room. The judge raises a brow. "This is not normal procedure." Monica whispers, "Elijah, sit down." But the judge studies the boy's trembling hands, the sincerity in his voice. "Go ahead, son. 5 minutes." Elijah walks to the front. His small frame looks almost invisible before the jury box. He opens his notebook and begins to speak, not like a child, but like someone who's been listening all his life. He points out inconsistencies, missing evidence, and contradictions in witness testimony. He quotes legal principles he learned from his father's books. "They said my mom stole money from the register," Elijah says, voice steady. "But the cameras weren't working that night. And if they were, the time code would show the person leaving after my mom's shift." He pauses. "Sometimes, when people look at us, they see what they expect to see, not what's real." The courtroom falls silent. Even the defense lawyer looks stunned. Judge Harrison clears his throat. "Mr. Langford, is the child correct about the footage?" Langford shifts awkwardly. "The system was down, Your Honor." The judge nods slowly. "Then this case lacks credible proof." He leans forward. "Mrs. Brooks, you are hereby cleared of all charges." Tears stream down Monica's face. Elijah exhales for the first time. Reporters rush forward, cameras flashing. One asks, "Kid, where did you learn all that?" Elijah just smiles shyly. "My dad taught me to listen, and my mom taught me to fight fair." Judge Harrison watches him go, the faintest smile breaking through his stern face. "Court adjourned," he says softly, tapping the gavel once. Wisdom doesn't wait for age, it waits for courage. And sometimes, the smallest voice in the room can speak the biggest truth.